Yo, what is going on, guys? AutoStocks here. This video is brought to you by Mumu. If you guys want access to free level 2 data so you can see where people are loading up, dropping off, and access to going short and trading options, feel free to hit the link pinned in the top comments and link in the description to get up to 10 free stocks for just signing up and making any deposit. It can be a penny, it can be $1, and they're super sick, so make sure to go hit that platform. Also, if you want to join the trading challenge 100 to 1K, make sure to do so and get up to 10 free stocks on there so you can start with a free boost, probably 60, 70 bucks, but it is up to 2,500. Let's get right into the video. Alright guys, so I'm just going to jump into the chart aspect because I think this is the juiciest part of the video that I got for you, and then we'll go over the numbers, we'll go over the SPY, we'll go over GameStop, and we'll go over Ethereum Classic. But today I wanted to touch on AMC first. As you all know, in the shorter time frame, we've been tracking what seems to be playing out pretty well with AMC. In the short term, I think AMC is going to stay around 1465. It's probably going to hit a low around 1465. And what's interesting is this is right around where the cycle hits its low, July 26th. So if you haven't seen the low on AMC today, which it did close down 4%, you may see it tomorrow just due to the cycle factor. And GameStop was down 5% as well. I figured I'd let that out there. Now, here's what I find interesting. Okay, so we've been tracking these orange cycles laid out, and what you'll find interesting is that parts of them are flip-flopped. Whatever, that's fine. Cycles do that. Parts of them play out inverse. But what we're looking at is the end here, okay? What seems to usually have a run-up on it, okay? And we're tracking the same exact thing back here. This cycle played out extremely well back here, and it had a run-up. Now, here's what I find interesting that I did earlier today. If you take the fib time zone, okay, and lay it out from the beginning, end of the cycle we've been tracking, what you're going to find, and the fib time zone are these blue lines, guys, keep that in mind. What you're going to find is this area is where two quote-unquote cycles played out. Different cycles, in my opinion, because they weren't timed. They weren't timed the same, and I think this level of chop was pretty interesting because all the bulls thought that we were going to get a breakout of this pennant to the upside, and then we broke to the downside, and then we actually hit lows right around here. Remember, nothing has to play out to the T, but since this time frame, we've traded completely sideways on AMC. Now, here's what I find interesting, right? If you take the bars pattern from here to about the low, remember, not really exactly to the T, but the fib time zone did find us something pretty interesting, and you take that bar pattern, and then you grab it from the low to where we're trading at now. This is what I find interesting. Okay, so this is what you have for this sideways chop. Now, if I bring this over here, I want you to tell me what looks similar to you. What looks similar? That's what I want to know. And I'm going to line this up to where I believe, personally, this copies cycles pretty extreme. Remember, cycles often rhyme. They don't always completely repeat. But check this out. So you have what is laid out, the top area over the actual chart of AMC, and we're going to disregard the cycle at this point. Right now, what you see is this peak, this curve, right? And then you saw this peak, this valley, and then you saw another move, and then kind of this little hump until you reach a low on the stock. Now, what you saw here was the same thing, a peak, kind of double top, until you reach this low at the same exact time frame. Then you had this rip, the $20 rip. I'm just pointing out what is extremely similar. In this case, you have the peak, you have the mid peak of this run, and then essentially at the end of what you see here, right? If I take this, sorry, we're still on drawing mode. If I take this and I remove it, what you're going to see is that this actually curls up at the end right here with the cycle that we have drawn out. With that being said, the next time the fib time zone does touch is right around this area in August. Also, Adam Aaron plans on pouncing. He never said exactly August 4th, but anytime after August 4th, which is Q2 earnings on AMC. So overall, guys, this is what I got laid out for the chart on AMC. Ethereum Classic did actually come down and kind of just rebase itself on recent support as well as AMC. So we kind of want to see where this moves, if this does get the next leg up. But in my opinion, I think GameStop and AMC are going to get their next leg up extremely soon. Now, over here on GameStop real quick, I'm sorry that if this video is a little long. This is playing out to the T of what we have drawn out. I don't have a problem with GameStop at all. I think this is going to play out extremely well. It's probably going to come down to $31. Don't be spooked and touch this trend line down here. And this is what I got laid out. Both of these scenarios on AMC and GameStop are right before they should gamma squeeze or run or short squeeze. Okay, so that is what I got laid out for AMC and GameStop. Whatever the FOMC meeting comes out with, which is today and tomorrow, just a reminder on that, is probably going to move the SPY somewhere. So the SPY closed green today, but we really want to see, because it's basing at this support, if we actually get a real rip, real rally and break these trend lines, or we actually break support down here and come back down, probably touching around 350 lows on the SPY, because that's ultimately where I thought it was going to go. Now, real quick, I wanted to touch on Redbox because this kind of pissed me off today. You can only close positions on this. You can't really open new ones on the options chain on Redbox. I think there's a lot of fuckery going on, at least on Webull. But I wanted to tell you guys to be careful. Don't chase, not financial advice, but we have cycles drawn out. So you saw it peak right here, peak again, come down, get this little hump, and then a pop right here. And you saw the same thing happen, a big move, a peak, come down, get this little hump, and then right here the cycle started again, same thing, started again, another peak, and these cycles are playing out as well. As you guys can see in this cycle, it has another pop, and this is what I think essentially you're getting on Redbox. So in the next coming weeks, I do think this thing is going to come back down, and be just very careful until the next point of interest on Redbox. But overall, guys, I really hope you've taken something out of this video. I hope you can smash that like button. It helps me with the algorithm. I hope you can hit that subscribe button, because about 70% of people who watch my videos aren't subscribed, which is crazy. Join me on this journey to financial freedom, etc., etc. And also, guys, just drop a comment down below. Enjoy the rest of your day. Let's get ready for this thing to squeeze, and let's get rich together. Love you all. Lottery Stocks out.